Be strong.
Okay, and we're back. Woo, a little technical difficulties here.
I hope you cut that.
We do. He cuts it, so all this part is not in there. All right, so hi guys, hi good people. Welcome to Fit Beauties Talk. I'm Sonia Lewis.
And I'm Kay Fit the Barbie.
And I am Bree Ligley.
So our topic is, Coach,
being black in fitness.
Oh wow.
So not just bodybuilding, but just in general. Just fitness in general. Like when you see fitness magazines, when you go to the expos, the fitness expos, just in general. Bodybuilding, all that.
It's very fitting for what's going on right now, clearly.
Yeah.
This has been a crazy week, y'all. How many weeks has it been?
I mean, it went from COVID to protesting, so
yes. And Black Lives
Black America. It's very overwhelming. It's overwhelming to say the least, but needed to happen, right?
Exactly. I think personally what's happening now is going to shift the industry. And I hate to say this, but I don't want people or brands and companies to kind of start to only do things because it's kind of like what's right, or
or it hurts their pockets.
Exactly.
But they are going to do that. I mean,
yes.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
That goes to show you how much power that we as a black people have.
Yeah.
Point blank, it's sad that we have to do this in 2020. You feel me? Like, come on now. We still got racism in 2020. Y'all, I mean, a lot of humans, they can't say Black Lives Matter. They gotta say all lives matter.
Yeah.
Like, come
on. That's insult.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like having I posted, I think last week, this girl posted something. That's like having a neighborhood, all nice, all houses, but one house is on fire. That house matters right now. Your other houses don't matter right now. It's this house that matters that's on fire. It's like us. We're the one that's getting targeted. We're the one that's getting killed. So this is why our lives matter right now. Okay, you feel me? Yes, all lives matter. Point, most definitely. But right now is Black Lives Matter. If you can't say that, then you have a problem.
Absolutely. I mean, there's some people I really had to unfollow because I think it was the entire point. I feel like they're making it about race. And when they say all Black Lives Matter, when they say Black Lives Matter, they're not just talking about just Black people in general. They start to say things like, oh, what about Black and Black crime? That's not the point. Those people that do have Black and Black crime, they go to jail. They don't get fired. They don't.
Oh, yeah.
On the wrist.
Exactly.
It's not about that. It's about police brutality. It's about equality. It's about justice. It's not about race. And I think a lot of people are failing to understand that. And that's where the division or the divide between races are happening. And it's sad. It really is.
Yeah.
That's
the reality. I noticed, like, within the fitness industry, a lot of, and I can't say whether or not these influencers are being genuine or not, but a part of me, like, I scroll down my timeline and I'll just be honest, it's like, upper class white girl, saying, Black Lives Matter, or I understand, or, but I'm just like, do you really? Or I don't know. It's just weird. Kind of weird.
Well, and I tell people, I have all types of friends, clients, white, Black, Asian, Spanish. So, and you do have good people in the world that are non-Black. Say if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here today.
Absolutely.
So it's not knocking those people down. It's just knocking the people that are just so bluntly racism. They don't even know it. Just like, come on now. Like, it's 2020. Why are y'all still? Why am I still doggone getting stares at, or or why are the police still you know, killing us.
Comment
And
on the flag as if Black people didn't fight in the wars.
yes, like
Do
it's
that.
crazy. It's crazy. So that's my input on the whole thing that's going on with George Floyd. Rest in peace. You know.
You know what, guys?
Ma-
You're saying matters. Do you know what matters is? Matters is the least that you can ask for. Matters. Black lives matters. Like, you can't go
yeah.
any lower than that. We're not asking for revenge. We're not asking for anything. All we're saying is Black lives matter. Matter.
And treat us as though they matter.
But see, but then some people feel so uncomfortable saying that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like why you feel so uncomfortable? Like that's so crazy to me. Like if this happened to a Asian community, like if this happened to Asian or whites, like the police is, I mean, like, oh, all Asian lives matter, all white lives. I have no problem saying that, you know, because what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right. Stop trying to, well, he was a thug or she was a thug or that has nothing to do with anything about his life. You know, that doesn't deserve for a person to get killed. You know, like, come on now.
Or they'll say, oh, you know, police are killing white people. Yeah, they go to jail for it. They go right to jail. Okay. I think we're missing the whole point, and it's aggravating. And I don't think it's our job to educate them. They should educate themselves, just like we have had to educate ourselves in anything else that we've wanted to do in life. Like, you should educate yourself. You know, it's an uncomfortable conversation, and the people closer to you, you can have an open conversation with them.
Exactly. Well, and this gets on our topic today for being Black in fitness, and what has been you all experience or what have you seen throughout the years. What I've seen when I first got into fitness, the first thing I do is what? You go to the magazine section in the store, right? Exactly. You look at all these magazines, you look at all these fit, models, like, oh my God, it's so they love it. But then I'm looking at people that doesn't even look like myself. So I'm like, how am I gonna be motivated looking at a person that I can't even connect with on that physical level? My body don't look like hers, but so that's what I was looking at. I wanted more. I wanted to see more diversity in the magazines. Like I look at all these Olympians that are now Black women, and they haven't even got the cover of a national magazine. They be inside the cover, but then you have another person on the outside selling the magazine. What's up with that?
Yeah. I think it boils down to, of course, the consumers. Who's going to buy the magazine? What is the demographic, and race.
I'm on Zoom. I'm good.
It's probably primarily, the consumers are probably white males or females between a certain age. So it sucks that it's like that, but it's just like, okay, well, if you did put a Black woman or a Black male in the front, maybe the Black community would be more enticed to purchase those magazines or to, I don't know. I just feel like they try to, it's about money.
Who's to say that they won't purchase it because there's a woman up
there? They never done it.
They've never done it. We don't know.
Like I think I seen one girl, I forgot her name, but she's been in fitness years, and I think she got a cover of Miss Fitness. I think hers. I believe that's the magazine. Yeah. And her. Yeah. So I think that's the only person I've seen on a cover of a magazine. I even look at our Miss Olympia Sid. I even look at our other Miss Olympia, Latoya Watts. They have these huge titles, and they have not yet been on a big platform, magazine, and that bothers me. I'm like, what's up? Wow. As soon like some other competitors, they can place second, they can place or first call out, and they on the cover of the magazine. Like, what's up with that? Mm-hmm. So I'm just hoping that our industry continues to grow as it has, and one day put a person, a Black woman on the cover of a magazine. Mm-hmm. Not just one time. Oh. No, I need to see that several times.
Yeah. I mean, this is my first sport or fitness that I've been into because I played no sport prior to competing. So as I got deeper into it, pro Olympia, I still have not seen anyone that looked like me that's in top 5 bikini Olympia. Like, honestly. That's kind of, yes, I've seen a lot of other Black athletes and, you know, figure and men's physique, and but there has not been one, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, if there've been one Black female in top 5 Olympia bikini.
No, I don't think so. I think you're right. Yeah, that's true. Hopefully we'll change that this year or next year. We'll have one of you all be top, you know, top 3, top 2 that winning spot, because there's several Black girls in the bikini that are killing the game with the bodies, you know. But like I said, this is bikini, and I'm gonna keep it real. You gotta have the top to bottom, okay? And some of them be like, you know, it don't be adding up right, but that doesn't take them from winning the title, because their body is amazing. So I believe it's a time should come when we have that Black Olympian or first call out at least. Like, I was the first Black girl. Yeah, I was the first.
At least 5, at least 50.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And as you know, I was the first Black girl for amateur bikini to win the Arnold, and then Sonia, you was second, and then we had Cristal, and that was it. And Arnold been around for how many years? Right. I was in 2014. You was what, 2018? So it's been around a long time. So
but you haven't seen who was top 5 at Bikini International, Arnold, or the Arnold Sport. Nobody.
Yeah, but I think fitness. I think of course the whites, the Hispanics, they're all killing the fitness game prior to what we was doing, because now we're seeing more Black women fit, walking around. You didn't see that, you know, back in the day. You didn't see that, you know, a couple of years ago. You know, they look at us like, oh girl, you got all the muscle, you know, or you know, they turn their nose up. But now I get so many people that come up to me, oh, how you get your legs like that, or how you know, get fit. So now it's being trendy. You know, everybody want to be fit. They don't want that store-bought body no more. Big booty, small waist, because everybody looking alike. You know, it takes work to look like us. So that's why they're so amazing. A lot of people are inspired to look like us, and I think that's what's making us become popular, especially in fitness and also into bodybuilding. And we're also keeping our femininity as well. You know, so you look effeminate, you're pretty, and so they're amazed at that. We're not just a bunch of, you know, women that look like men. You feel me? So.
But even when I got into this sport, even from Black coaches, male and female alike, you know, I've been told you have to have everything in line, from your hair to your makeup to your suit to your it's like every single thing have to be on point for you as a Black woman to be called out. And you look at other competitors, and that's not necessarily the case. So
just be crazy, y'all.
You know, they apply so much pressure. I don't know if they, you know, I've always heard it's because our physiques or our genetics are so great that they expect more, but that's not a good enough reason. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
That's, I mean, I've seen that, you know, I'm sure everyone has seen that, you know, from time to time in different shows throughout, you know, the fitness industry. I know I have. And you're thinking like, oh, that girl should place higher than that girl, but why she, you know what I'm saying? So, but hey, it is what it is. And like I tell all my competitors, like, you guys just keep killing the game, keep killing them, keep killing it.
Yeah, but
stay consistent.
Tired. We are tired. Like, that's true. This is what is happening. We are tired.
Yeah, I feel you.
Well, on a lighter note, I think that we can also use it just as encouragement and motivation to show up and be present, and to represent for women of color and, you know, just the Black community within this industry, the fitness industry, because if we don't show up and if we don't show them, you know, that they may have their own opinions about, you know, Black people or athletes or whatever, but if we show up and show them, you know, that we are just as hardworking, you know, really represent, then I think it becomes, it's like create room for yourself. Like, you want to give me a seat at the table? Bet. Like,
We're gonna make, yeah, because exactly, because if you can't accept failure, you can't accept success. So I tell people that all the time. If you can't accept that you didn't place first or first call out, then this is not for you, because you're not ready for success. Because I can fall 10 times, but best believe that 11th time I'm gonna win. So depending on how many shows I tell people, depending on how many shows you do, you can do your 20th show. That 21 shows, you get that first place. You don't live, but you did it. You didn't, you didn't, you know, just ball up, be like, and give up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, and I believe a lot of us, we're strong and we're competitive, and that's what makes us keep going and going and going. And we love, you know, of course, the sport. So yeah.
Well, I felt like a big change came with the sport. Not only, you know, kudos to them for addressing the Black.
Oh yeah, especially Maximum Sport. They having a thing, I believe, today with George Brown. The guy, he's an ibuprofen physique. He's a police officer as well. He's a Black police officer in Texas, and just about just what's going on, because you can't ignore it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and I think that's
diverse. It is diverse.
Yeah.
We do have a diverse, you know, group of people competing.
Yeah.
We can say that.
Yeah, you got everybody from overseas. You got all international people. Like, this sport has grown so much. But I'm just waiting for that first Black bikini girl. That's what I'm waiting for.
Like I said,
this might be the year.
Like, it was a change to me where I feel like the sport was going in the right direction when that young lady, and I can't think of her name, I apologize, but she won in Miami with the afro.
With her natural hair, yeah.
Oh my God. To me, that was incredible. Like, to accept her how she is. Her body was phenomenal, hands down.
I'm about to say, you cannot accept it, because it don't matter, because she ain't that competition with she had the best body hands down. Okay. I don't get that. She had 2 braids in her head.
Her body was incredible.
She would have won.
I mean, just, I appreciate her sticking to her guns and coming out with the afro, and even in her picture, she was like Black Power.
Yeah, she did have the fist. That's right, she did. Yeah, and I tell people of non-color, people that don't understand, you know, you know, the reason why we do that, because we didn't have what you all had. We had to fight. It wasn't given, you know, it was taken from us.
Right. We got to show up with the best body, the best
Exactly. Exactly. We don't get, like, you know, hands out. You know what I'm saying? We had to work. We got work, which is fine, because I love to work. I love to show people wrong.
Yeah.
So it's all good. But yeah, but fit, like my thing, like I said, I want to see more fit Black women that looks feminine in magazines. That's my thing.
Yes, I think that's definitely the next step. I mean, I know I've seen Angelica several times on some magazines, and she's Brazilian.
And that's a big step for them. That's a big step for the Spanish community too, because like I said, it was mostly white girls that was on the thing, and then now it's, you know, Spanish, Brazilians, all that, you know.
We're moving in the right direction. We're moving
in the right
direction, you know.
I will say that about, you know, the IFBB NPC. I see a lot of diversity, whether or not they give us a platform. But I was like, dang, that's kind of cool that, you know, Angelica and Issa and, you know.
Yeah, they're international. So that's a step. And then I see a lot of international judges, a lot more Black judges, a lot more women judges, because you know, this sport is really male dominant. You know, male dominant. So I like to see, you know, a female judge on a panel. I like to see a black you know, judge on the panel. I like to see a Spanish judge on a panel, an Asian judge. You know, it shows diversity.
Judges. That way,
yes,
you have your own, people have their own views and not just one-sided. You know.
Exactly. This is a subjective sport. Like, it is a subjective sport, you know, you feel me? So
yeah. Well, what's happening is definitely prevalent, and I'm hopeful that Black women and Black athletes in the fitness arena will, you know, get the platform that we work, or get the presence and the recognition that we work hard for, because it's out there, and you know.
Yeah, because you got to think about men's physique, like how it was. I'm trying to think when I met Jock, like in 2013, men's physique, it was number white boys, white beach boys. And
Really?
then yes, and then you had these the black guys coming in, the competitors coming in. I'm like, dang, these men
With the
looking
swag.
good. Like, what's going on? And so I think that wave came in and they just took over. Like, you may see about one white boy in there now and first call out for men physique because they killing the game.
Yeah.
And I love it. And that's, I just love it. I really do.
I mean, even though there's black men taking over men's physique, you still see some white boys. You still see some Asians in that first call out. To me, it's still diverse, you know.
Yeah. It'd be like one.
one is plenty. That's what all
one
I'm
two.
One black girl.
One black girl. Okay, y'all can do it now. Y'all can do it. Okay. No, I didn't see all three. I didn't see top 3 black.
Oh my God!
Now you're asking for a lot.
Just like how Figure was Latoya, Sid, and Candace Lewis. Hands down, like there's no competition, boo.
I will say, like, a lot of black women have a lot more muscle. I mean, for bikini, like, we carry more muscle, or we look.
But this is bodybuilding. It's not Hooters. So you want to have some muscle. You want to have a little bit of muscle.
Hey, we do have muscle. We just look more muscular next to our counterparts. Like, they're, you know, I don't know. When we stand next to each other, we just look more dominant. So, I don't know.
That presence, that black girl magic.
They're trying to keep bikini, you know. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel you though, Sonny. I feel you on that one.
It just is what it is. I mean, literally for us, you get to a point where you just have to stop training and do light weights or something, because our genetics, we can go from, as Vic can go from bikini to
I go physique
to figure to now wellness. I mean, you know, that's a fine line for us, very fine line. So.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So I have a question. We don't have to go into details, but Coach, in your opinion, Sonny, you can weigh in. Do you think within, you know, bodybuilding stuff that certain judges prefer certain body types, and that meaning more so the black women? You don't have to say the judge name, but do you think that's true?
Do I think they favor
judges prefer like a certain look
and body type?
Look being black,
because
of course. Yeah. Of course, there's some judges that like black women's physique. We all know that, and we will follow that judge around every show. I know I will. And then you have other judges that just prefer, you know, another body type or frame. And I honestly think that's what it is. I mean, it's like me looking at a man and I think he's just so or wonderful,
and then I'd be like, oh, he's
like,
ugly.
No, he is ugly, you know, whatever the case may be. So
but I think like even I used to judge different model pageants and different things like that, but it is what you like, you know, it is what your eye is, you know, connected to. But if I was a bodybuilding judge or whatever, I'll be a hard judge. First of all, I will judge you from your eyelashes to your weave to your head to your tan to your toes, especially in bikini, because it's a certain look that you need to represent, not just only the body.
Right.
But I done seen a lot of shows that I done seen girls that are glammed out, just gorgeous, and then they pick someone that looked like she just put a swimsuit on from, you know, and that was it. No effort at all. You feel me? And her body was just, you know, mediocre. So but that's what I don't get.
That's what this sport should be. If you call yourself a judge, then there should be criteria of what you're looking for and not just what's appealing to your eyes. Because in any other sport, it's if you're talented, if
Win
you're,
or lose.
it just is what it is, you know. We're not gonna say that person made a 3-point and he missed it. You know, that's kind of crazy. It's like if the physique is great, that physique is just great. You know, step your game up.
Yeah. Well, this is a subjective sport. It's a subjective sport. So, even though they have the criteria of what bikini is supposed to look like and what figure is supposed to look like, because bikini, don't get me wrong, if I was a judge, I'll be like, oh my God, I'll be overwhelmed, especially when you have like 30 good pros. It's like, dang, which one to call? Because all of them are looking on point. So I get that, you know. But what I don't get is when I see one body thick, one body skinny, one body ain't got no shoulder, one body got too much shoulders. I'm like, how are all these in first call out? I thought it's supposed to be the majority that kind of, you know, flow together. You know, if you want to get all your thick girls, put all your thick girls. If you want to get all the thinner frame, get all your thinner frame. You know, so that's
their defense. They say it's what looks good on your physique. So that's the new thing.
No, that is, you know, that is true. But I look at some of these call outs. I'd be like, you know, but hey, I'm not the judge. I'm just, you know, a coach.
It's like my glutes being on Bree's body. That might not look great, you know, or like, you know, your shoulders being on my body, which it won't match up. So I guess it's whatever looks good on your physique. That's why.
Yeah, as long as you're balanced. I said as long as you're balanced. Now you do have a lot of, you do have a couple of judges that really judge really well. And they're pretty, you know, they seem fair. And I can tell that when I, you know, go to some of the shows, I'm like, oh yeah, that judge, okay, yeah, cool. And then you got some judges, you be like, oh Lord, last call out. So it all depends.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, Black women, we are in the fitness industry. We're gonna get the recognition we need someday soon. But we just gotta keep showing up and representing well.
Might not be in our generation, but it will be in a.
It's gonna be, we're gonna manifest. It's gonna be in our generation. We're gonna, you know, but just keep.
I'm
just
okay
keep
with paving the way as long as it changes. You know, that I feel like I've done my part.
Yeah.
Good and stuff. My thing is to just educate a lot of women of color, especially in bikini, because a lot of people I get DMs, well, what's the look? You know, what is this? And their past coaches don't tell them, but I'm comfortable enough to let them know what you need to look like. You need to look polished on stage. Whether you have locks, let them be polished on stage. Whether you have, extensions, polished. You know, make sure it's a pageant with muscles, so make sure you look the part and, you know, act the part. Be graceful. Don't do too much. This is not a Warner Brothers hair show, okay? Some of y'all, they be doing too much. I be like, girl, you doing too many turns. Then no. But no one's told them that. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, your suit color. No, boo. All that posing, that's distracting. Them big heels. No. Okay? Distracting. Yes. So that's my job, to really educate and get them into the right path, and hopefully, you know,
and we appreciate
one day they'll be Olympic.
You know, each one teach one is what I always say.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, let's keep paving the way, y'all. I think, Sonia, we're about time.
Yes. So subscribe to Fit Beauties Talk. Thank you for listening to us today.
And if you have any questions or you want to hear any topics, you can always feel free to DM any of us or leave a comment under any of our videos, and we will discuss it.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye now.